Welcome to Original Scale Modelling. This is the fifth part in the Battle of Kursk Diorama series. In part 4 I concentrated on painting the troops. In part 5 I'm turning my attention now to the anti-tank devices and sandbags. So let's get into this. To begin with, I'm going to be painting the frame, and I've got some burnt umber here. It's an acrylic paint, you can buy it anywhere, hobby shops online. It's very easy to get hold of. So I'm painting the inside of the frame first of all with this colour. Now the reason why I decided to paint it in the end was because I got some marks on the wood while I put down the mud. I had to remove the paper because it would have got stuck inside too much, hence why I removed it. But unfortunately a little bit got onto the actual wood. So it's not a problem really. It just means that I have to be careful at this part when I'm painting. But apart from that, it's just painting a piece of wood. So while the paint's drying, I'm going to make some sandbags up. So I've got my modelling clay out once more, and I've just rolled it thinly and flattened it a little bit down with my ruler, and then just cutting off sections of it to form a sandbag. If you do this, you pinch down the ends so they are not too rough, and you get a basic form of a sandbag. So as you can see, I've got a few here. I won't be using all these, I'll just select the best ones out of the bunch. So I've got my sandbags. I've picked out the best that I've made. I only need around about 15 of them in the end. So I'm going to be painting them. So this is Mr. Hobby H85 cell color. I decided not to prime them just to see how well it would take the paint. I need a couple coats, I think. So what I've got here is some matchsticks, and I'm going to try and have a go at building some anti-tank devices. So I'll measure them. I need about 2 centimeters per stick. I don't know whether these matchsticks are going to be too big or not. I've got 3, and the idea is cross them like that, so a little bit of glue, just super glue, to about there, and then the third one up the top. I'll put this one at an angle, so just more glue. Roughly like that. Yeah, that'll do. That's a basic anti-tank device. I'll make up a few of these. I've made up a few, probably won't use all these, but I'll get them painted anyway. I'm painting these in Tamiya's XF84 Dark Iron. So that's them all painted. Now what to make up barbed wire. So what we've got here, this is beading wire that people use for making jewellery, and I've got some normal wire which I've taken the sheath off. So first of all I need around about 5 centimeters in each, so I'm just going to set this roughly, and once I get the distance right, I'll just clamp in the beading wire in between the 2 crocodile clamps and just cut off the excess to come loose. I'm not sure whether the camera can pick this up or not. I'll just take a bit of wire, twist it around, and do that along the length. And I'll do that until I get to the end. So now that's done, take a bit of glue, super glue again, and just anchor it. So now I'm taking another piece of wire. I think it's a bit tricky now, and then just wrapping it around, and then once more secure it with a bit of super glue, and then cut off the excess. A bit too long. And that forms the barbs. So I might put my hand there, you might be able to see a bit better. So now it's all done. So it's time to paint it. You don't necessarily have to paint it, but I always do. And this will be Revel Aquacolor 91 Steel. Now I'm not worried about primer or anything like that. Putting this paint on roughly, you don't want about any finesse, because it is barbed wire after all. So as you can see, I've pulled out the crocodile clip for them so I can get the entire length of the wire. And then put a bit of rust. So this is 113 Umbral and it's rust colour. And then just dotting a bit of rust around, not too much. See, it's starting to stand out a bit better now. So now that's dry, just take it off. So that's the barbed wire. And now I take one of the anti-tank devices and just put a little bit of super glue on here. Just to get it around there. And I'll just let that set before I twist it around. And once it's semi-set, I'll just twist the wire around the anti-tank device. It just popped off there, but it's because it's not 100% set. You need it pliable just so you can wrap the tail end around the actual spike part. And then do the same on the other side. Just a bit of glue to anchor it. Let's wrap this end around this one. And that's it. And that's the anti-tank defence with barbed wire. So I've got about 3, maybe 4 of these to make up, I think. So next I've got to make up some fence posts. So I've taken a matchstick and I'm just shaving off the edges of this matchstick to give it a more curved look to it. And then I'm painting it in Umbral 110 Natural Wood. So once my posts are dry, I simply take a length of the barbed wire, take the tail end and wrap it around the matchstick or the wooden post. I'll then do the same again to the bottom, so it's going to have 2 layers of barbed wire, and once that's done I will just attach the opposite end in the same way, and then finally just secure it with a little bit of super glue once it's all attached. Well, this will bring part 5 to a close. In part 6 I will be concentrating on getting everything onto the diorama. If you haven't done so already, why don't you check out the channel for my other builds, particularly for the diorama series, the Battle of Kursk that I'm doing at the moment. If you subscribe to the channel, you'll get updates of my future builds. Hit that like button and of course leave a comment. But for now, thank you all very much for watching. Bye bye.